Hi honey, I'm home.
Did you shoot anybody?
No dear, not even myself. Give me a minute to put things away and lock up the guns.
Okay. I'll open the wine.
Boy, it sure was hot on the line today.
It's been nice and cool here even with the fire. How did it go, and would you like a glass of wine?
No thank you. The turnout was pretty small today with only 8 shooters, probably because of the temperature. But it was all the regulars, all the guys. Steve came up from Tucson, Bill and Don were down from the high country, and all of us from the valley were there, including Mike, Bob, Tim, the other Bob, Clarence and myself. It went very smoothly. There were only 1 or 2 alibi strings in the whole 2700.
Did you shoot well?
Yeah, I did pretty good with the 22, but then again, I usually do anyway. It took me a couple of slow fires to remember how to shoot my 41, but by the time we got to the national match course, I was all warmed up. I shot a 286 with 7, beating a couple of the experts who were there. And I was only 2 points down from Clarence, who stood to my left. I scored his targets and gave him the benefit of the doubt a couple of times, so maybe it's my own fault.
I see.
So I stayed within a couple of points of Clarence through timed and rapid in the 22 matches, but, well, my first 2 slow fire targets had already done the damage. And with so few shooters, my sharpshooter class was combined up with the experts, so my 22 aggregate was pretty far down in the final rankings. Still, I had a good time.
That's nice. This wine is nice, too. It's a Napa Valley. Are you sure you don't want a glass? It's just the right temperature.
I'm sure. So anyway, we took a short break before center fire and I ate the banana to keep my mental awareness up. But it didn't seem to help. My center fire was dismal, especially the slow fire. I just can't seem to get that heavier trigger on the 1911 Watt gun to come straight back for a surprise break. You see, I was using that reloaded ammunition with the high primers. I made it the other night on the Dillon 650, but the primers didn't all seat correctly. Some are okay, but others just don't go bang. I shoot them in slow fire like a ball and dummy drill. It's supposed to be good training.
Ball and dummy.
You see, I was jerking the trigger badly, and every time one of those duds came up it was obvious I was jerking the trigger. I'm sure Tim saw it, but at least he was nice and didn't laugh out loud. I've got to break that habit. Maybe I should go back to iron sights for another year? I just don't know.
Did you say jerk?
Yes, the trigger. But after the bad center fire, I recovered a little in 45 after lunch. I decided to start with the unreliable ammunition again, but this time the misfires didn't bother me as much. Maybe I was watching the dot better instead of the target? Anyway, that ball and dummy drill is nice when I don't jerk. And when we were done, I found I had scored 15 points more in the aggregate than I did in center fire. Oh. I also scored my best ever slow fire with my Watt gun. A 95 with 2 X's in the national match course.
Then it's good you scored at the range.
Maybe lunch made the difference? For lunch I had a 6-inch Subway turkey sandwich and my small can of low-sodium V8. We ate and sat around behind the firing points. We talked mostly about Camp Harry in July. Most of them are going. But I don't think I can risk taking the time off from work this year.
Risky.
Yes, I'm afraid it would be just too much time and money. And with the job market, I don't want to give anyone an excuse to lay me off.
Yes, at least you come through with the paycheck on a regular basis. Are you sure you wouldn't like a glass of wine?
No. Why?
Never mind. Can we go to Costco? I have a lot of shopping to do.
Do you mean the one next to Sportsman's Warehouse?
Oh, I guess so.
I'm still looking for some Full Metal Jacket 230s, so I can make up some ball ammo for the EIC matches. Sure would be nice to earn some leg points someday. And maybe they will have some Winchester 231 in stock. 3 pounds should be enough for the summer. Oh. I'll get my keys.
And I'll put the wine away.